Okay, I'm gonna show you the chipped tooth tutorial that I edited in one of the Abigail's videos that we did a couple of months back. And a lot of people assume that I used the green screen, which I did not, so I'm gonna show you now that I used the clone tool in Davinci Resolve to get the same result. Because we didn't want to paint her tooth green.
You want me to say, like,
so right now I'm looking for the video that has that section where we're gonna show the broken tooth. So right now I think if I find it, and she's gonna try to do the first sample strawberry. So what I did, I turned around the camera screen towards her so she can kind of see herself, and she can kind of focus on how is she biting and kind of keep that eye contact to the camera. And you work on that lens. Now I come here. And this first bite, the first bite had a great crack, and I was like, oh, that's really good. And so I was like I was thinking I can reuse just that little sample, audio sample, and transfer it to second time she bites into it. Like you can hear that cotton candy, the candy that crackles in her mouth. And I'm gonna try to lay over that sound over the cracking the tooth also when she does crunching.
Now I'm gonna pretend.
So now what we're gonna do the second real cut. And by the way, that's all we recorded, just we recorded it twice. And one sample and one real cut. And the idea was for her to bite, chip the tooth, and continue to chew. And one thing that I told her is just open the mouth quickly, and when you close it quickly, so it gives me what I'm gonna do. Like you can see here, I'm just gonna cut. I'm gonna cut and color that area where she just opened the mouth and closed it, because I don't wanna do tracking on whole video portion. It would just take so much work. So what I'm doing, I'm clipping the video in sections. The only sections that the tooth is exposed, that's the section I'm gonna be editing and tracking and do the do the cloning of the tooth.
Is it bad?
And changing the clip color is a reason so I can find it easier. You can easily get lost in the cutting the video out. And then this area where I said, hold on, don't crunch
do
it.
Like this. I think
was basically
do something like
was the
I think
where I'm gonna do the
dentist.
cut.
Please subscribe, and then
here I am just giving her little directions.
Okay.
You know how to end the video.
Please subscribe to my channel.
Smile.
Alright, so right now I cut the video down, so we're gonna do the editing part of the tooth. And so I'm gonna show you, we're gonna do all that in Fusion. So we're gonna open up so we're gonna do the new Fusion clip right now. And so what we're gonna do here, like we're gonna select the clip that we're gonna do, and like you can see her mouth is opening up, so we're gonna kind of zoom in so we can have let's erase the clips first, and then we're gonna try to zoom in on the picture so we can see a little bit better what we're doing. And there you go. So now we have a full face picture. So the first thing we're gonna do Shift Tab, and we're gonna add on the tracker. So what we're gonna do with the tracker, we're gonna try to track the movement of the tooth itself. And so we're gonna apply that to the tooth. We're gonna We're going to apply the tracker exactly in the middle of the tooth, and we're going to reduce the size of the tracker so it covers only the tooth, so it doesn't have to, follow the lips or follow the, portion of the face, just the tooth itself. So now we're going to click the tracking, and like you can see, the Davinci Resolve, it has a pretty good tracker, and it's following just that tooth. So when we apply the cloning to the tooth itself, we're going to attach it to the tracker. So now we're going to put a background. The background is the reason where we're going to put a transparent background, so that when we clone with the paint, is gonna be able to clone the tongue, or is gonna be able to clone portion of the tongue on the tooth itself to make it appear cracked. So right now we're doing a paint node, and so what we're gonna do now, so we're gonna merge background and paint together, so that later on we can connect it to the tracker itself. And so one thing we're gonna do with the paint, we're gonna click on the paint, we're gonna select the clone mode, that brush, and then we're gonna do the stroke mode, because we wanna have it just as a simple cloning mode. Basically the cloning mode selects the cloning action, so we're gonna clone that portion of the tongue that you see there, and we're gonna lay it over the tooth to make it appear cracked, chipped, to make it appear chipped. So then we're gonna attach all that to the tracker, so that when her face is moving, that you can see that green line on the tracker is like when the face is moving, is gonna cloning of the tongue will stay attached to the tooth itself. We're gonna go on the paint, and on the bottom it says source tool, we're gonna move the color space transform, so that it gives us that color space. You can see that we can just transform that to the background and the paint node area, which you can see that a secondary screen on the left side. So let's erase that, and we're gonna do it again, color space transform. And then later on we're gonna remove the color space transform, so we're gonna click and put a pipe powder in there. So now when you click on the paint again, color space transform is there, but because we want to remove it, so I'm just gonna move the pipe powder to the source tool section. Boom, there it is. Now it says pipe powder 1. So later on we can remove the color space transform without having any issues. When we disable the color space transform node, then it won't affect what is happening here with the pipe powder. So the paint node, we're gonna click on the paint node, we're gonna click on the brush stroke, we're gonna reduce down the size. So when you go on the brush control, there's the size that you can cut down to make it smaller. There it is. Let's make it bigger so we have a more visibility. Okay, now you can see that we're gonna clone the tongue over the tooth. So we're gonna Alt and click on that tongue area, and we're just gonna start brushing. And like you can see, it's very easy, simple step. And let's just click on another section on the tongue to remove that line. Alt, click, and there you go. So I could do that, I could zoom in even more and trace it more and overcomplicate it, but video had to go live, so we had to do it like quick and dirty. So now tooth looks chipped. So when you start moving it, it's not the cloning section is not moving with the face, because we did not attach it to the tracker itself. So now how we're gonna attach it with the tracker? We're gonna go choose the stroke 1 on the tracker. We're gonna go to the stroke controls, and then you can see on the stroke controls that on the center section right there, you can when you go tracker 1 tool center section, then you can right click on the center place and then position it, and so now it's gonna follow the tracker 1. Let's see how it's looking right now. Oh, there you go. See, you can see it now. It looks chipped. It's not perfect, you can still see the line, but when you kind of think about it, it is good enough. It's, you know, quick and dirty. You see, you can kind of see the line, but hey, it was good enough. So that's the basic concept of using the cloning tool if you didn't have a time to do the green screen. You see right now, you can see the line right there, it's obvious, and I didn't want to bother to erase it. I was like, it's a good enough, you can kind of see it, you know, so that you can notice it was edited.
Is it bad?
But you know, we don't want to fool nobody, we just want to entertain people. Hey, there you go. So this is the tutorial. Please subscribe and follow us for more. Bye.